I'm here in the median at the intersection of North Nevada and Jackson. Check out how much debris is left. So right behind me, you can see there's broken pieces of plastic still lining this side of the median. That's not it. Look over here. So much broken glass right there, of course, as well as a little bit more broken plastic. And then back there, I don't think you guys can see it, but I can, is definitely a piece of a taillight. The clerk told me that they want to undertake this partnership because of the massive voter turnout they say they're going to get on November 5th. Now, between the county's 41 secure ballot drop boxes like this one here at Garden of the Gods and their 38 polling centers, officials say they're going to be sending out around 500,000 ballots October 11th. They say they're expecting a turnout rate of up to 90%. Now, the Beach Boys concert that is still going on right now. We've been out here taking readings on the sound level meter. The highest that I've seen since we've been out here for the last 20 minutes was 99. That was just a couple seconds ago. It hasn't really gone lower than 75. Actually, let's give you a look at what you're seeing right now. Officials say that Livelsberger rented that Tesla Cybertruck on December 28th up in Denver. They say 2 days later, he stopped here at this Tesla supercharger array just east of I-25 in Monument. The party starts here in Old Colorado City at 7 p.m. Now, organizers tell us they had about 318 people RSVP. They say they expect about 150 to show up. Now, there's quite a lot for them to do. We're going to start all the way over there. That is a DJ booth and a dance floor, just something to cut loose. And that's not the only thing people can enjoy. We're just going to go down straight down the line right here. This is a silent auction with some Fascist Tears vodka up for grabs. And what do you need to put your drinks in? Well, tumblers. And you can see all these tumblers here, and you can decorate it with all these Kamala Harris stickers and swag. And that's not all. If you're feeling extra creative, this is a friendship bracelet making station.
We can't show you highlights. What we can do is reenact them. So I'm gonna get some help from the 11 News team here. What's up, Blake Sammann?
Hey, dog.
Grace Kramer. All right, let's start from the beginning. First quarter, Eagles had the ball, fourth down. Grace right here, be my receiver since you're wearing green. And Blake, ready? Hut! Push off. And that is a first down for the Eagles, but oh wait, there's a flag on the play. That does not count for the Eagles, but the Eagles would eventually get down to the 1 yard line in the first quarter. 17, set, hut, little touch push action for the touchdown. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, so now it's 10-0. All right, Blake, you're the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes has the ball. Grace running route.
Blue 42, go.
Cooper DeJean. It's a pick six. Touchdown, Eagles.
No.
All right, let's get the score right now. You know what, Jess? Seeing you talk about buffalo wings in the Buffalo City made us hungry. So you know what, guys? Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's get some wings.
Young and hungry is right.
Bronx Bombers beat the Blake Street Bombers 10-3. Sorry, Blake.
Tough outing for the boys, but I'm confident they will not be as bad as the Chicago White Sox.
Look, just in case we didn't have the highlights, I was ready. You ready? I'm going to show you the highlights.
Go ahead.
Play.
Ball comes from Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge just sends a nuke into the stands. Home run.
That's what he does best.
He's the MVP in EAL, by the way.
Probably a pretty safe bet. Thank you, Corey. We'll be right back after the break.
And then I just see parts of cars, motorcycles, whatever, flying through the air, followed by bodies tumbling through the air.
Eden Selvin was one of the people who witnessed Wednesday's deadly crash at the intersection of North Nevada and Jackson. So was his partner.
There were already people out here helping, luckily, and somebody went and flagged that cop down, and I heard him say, "She's dead."
Police say they believe speed was a factor in this crash. No one who lives at this house right beside the road says they're surprised.
It's just like the level of speed. Like 5 miles over is one thing, but sometimes people are going way too fast, like way over the speed limit.
They say that speed leads to crashes.
Once a month minimum. My partner's car was T-boned or sideswiped here when we first moved in. There was an accident up the street where 2 other cars were sideswiped a couple weeks ago.
Bryce Boynton says drivers need to be more considerate of those who live here.
This is not Academy, this is not Powers. It is a 2-lane road with houses just backed up against each other.
And while they say it's easy to speed, people need to remember what that can lead to.
Like, people's lives are more important than trying to get somewhere 5 minutes earlier than you would have gotten there anyway with the time you left home.
I'm excited to have fun and see different characters.
Emma Morrison was one of the 35 Colorado Springs family members of fallen military heroes to take part in the Snowball Express on Saturday. She's traveling with her mom and her grandpa, all survivors of military family suicide. Richard Morrison says his son James was a volunteer firefighter and a U.S. Army sergeant.
And he was a great kid. He gave me a beautiful granddaughter and daughter-in-law, and that's about it. I miss him very much.
After getting through security, families were able to relax at the gate with therapy dogs, a full spread of food, and a live Christmas music performance. Those involved in putting the send-off together say it's a wonderful experience to be a part of.
It gives them a chance to get together, gather, talk, make new friends, reunite with old friends. It warms my heart to be able to do something like this and have this organization out here doing it for the families of fallen soldiers.
All American Airlines passengers flying on the Snowball Flight Express, please make your way to gate number 1.
Once the boarding call went out, it was time to line up and head down the jetway into an American Airlines flight all decked out with holiday cheer. As the plane taxied towards the runway, volunteers lined up in an honor guard. One more salute to service and sacrifice.
Eternally grateful. I mean, somebody gives you your child back. You know, there's no words for that.
Florida mother Julie Black says on Wednesday she got a call that her 18-year-old son Camden was involved in a jet ski mishap and was headed to the hospital in critical condition.
I went into shock. I mean, it's every mother's worst nightmare, any parent's worst nightmare, period.
She says when she got there, her son was alive, something she says is due to the efforts of Colorado Springs resident and former Olympic swimmer Cleet Keller and his wife Lindsay. They had been enjoying their honeymoon on a pontoon boat when they saw Camden fly through the air after his jet ski hit a wave.
He was high and he went far. He was probably 10 feet in the air, and I would say he went even further than 20 feet sideways.
When Camden didn't resurface, the couple headed in to help. Cleet says when he swam over to Camden, things didn't look good.
I swear his soul was hovering above his body. He was gone. He was totally gone.
Cleet says he spent the next 2 minutes treading water and giving Camden CPR. But just when he thought all hope was lost,
I just said a prayer right then for God to please save this boy. And then I gave him one more breath and his eyes opened and he started moving, and it was probably the most relieved and happy I've ever been in my life.
They got Camden onto their boat, then onto a Coast Guard vessel that rushed him to the hospital. Cleet says his Olympic swimming background gave him the skills he needed to save Camden, as he told one of his old coaches.
And it reminded me that one of the things he always had us do was treading water while holding a weight plate that you would put on a barbell. And I think we used a 25-pound plate. And so I told him, I said, all that training came back like riding a bike.
Cleet and Lindsay met up with Julie and Camden on Friday in the hospital.
We consider what happened to be an amazing gift that was given to us on our honeymoon. To keep a family whole it means so much to us.